Welcome in, everybody. Hopefully the sound is up and running, everything is good. There we go. That works. Check, check, check. 1, 2, 3. That's wild, Shelly. Welcome, Ellie. Welcome in, Sheila. Welcome in, Max. Welcome in, Michael. Welcome in, Georgina. Thank you, Max. Welcome in, Burr. Welcome in, everybody. Emma, welcome in. So tonight is the new moon, I guess. I might have missed it yesterday, whatever. The new moon is classified by 3 days. Every phase of the moon is classified by 3 days. The day before, the day after, and the day of. Okay, so you have that window to work with as well when you're dealing with the cosmic aspect of it. The one thing that's coming out is with great power comes great responsibility. The divine isn't going to give you power. The divine's not going to give you fuck all if you're going to use it and abuse it. And it takes a dedication, and it takes a what's the word I'm looking for? It takes a discipline. So these money-hungry karmics, they're thinking that they're going ahead and doing what they're doing, and they think they're getting away with it. They really don't understand. They really don't. So we're going to get into a collective message tonight, and it might morph into something else. I'm just going to ride the wave and see where it takes us tonight. Spirit says that it's going to be a more positive message, so that's good. I'm happy. I'm happy for it. Because I don't know about you, but I'm kind of tired of this other kind of energy. I'm tired of it. I wanna hear something good. So we're gonna look into it. But we're gonna get the karmic energy out of the way first. Because they be trying it, and whoever I'm speaking to tonight, tonight's message, you need to be focusing on your manifestations. Okay? And we've been pretty well quiet on those manifestations. All we know is that there's something good coming, and that it's all in divine timing. Everything is going to work. Everything is into place the way it's supposed to for you. You have the wheel of fortune in your mix. I'm seeing that very, very, very much in the aspect of where it comes to your stations and what you're working on and what you're focusing on energetically, frequencies, the whole bit. So It works out anyway. They can't see you, by the way.
Oh, okay.
It's all good. What's going on? Did we spill along the way? Oh, okay. It's bound to happen. Yeah, I got me a awesome roommate, and she made me a coffee, so works out. Oh, thank you, Mark. That's actually a good question. I got it off of Amazon. I wanted something that was oriented. I didn't want a Bluetooth because then it's Bluetooth and batteries, and it's like, you know what? No, I don't want to have to recharge it. I just want to have a plug and play, and it works, and I don't have to worry about it. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's a good mic. I very much approve. It's even good around instruments. So I wouldn't necessarily have it hooked to the instrument, although you could try that. I was debating on maybe trying it with my guitar, but the one guitar I have has got a pickup, so it is what it is. But don't ever, anybody like has got their mic and they're pretty well eating it. That's not the way you do it. That's why it's pinned down here. But it's called a Finch. That's what it looks like without the casing. There's a casing that goes up over top. And that's the mic. And because I have an iPhone, I have it connected. It's got an iPhone connection for that. And then it goes into a splitter that ties in with the power together, and it plugs into my phone. So it was relatively a decent price too, I found. I think it might be over in China though, but they make good quality electronics, I find anyway. But you can look it up. It's meant to hook up with your tablet and your phone and whatever else. So we're going to get into it tonight. But we're going to get rid of the karmic energy first, because they be trying it. Welcome in, Ryan. Knight of Wands and the Knave of Wands. So you very well could be moving forward with something very inspired. Okay. Following through some sort of passionate idea. Right? Somebody's world is all upside down. It's not yours, collective. Not yours. It's somebody else's. Ooh. You've already leveled up, collective. You've already had your awakening. You've already found your warrior side. You've already created the ability to confidence in your courage. You're stepping into it. Whoever I'm speaking to, you've done the work. You're stepping into your authenticity, and you're becoming more inspired after your dark night of the soul. You're just finishing up on an awakening. Now you see life with the different eyes. More rose-colored glasses. You see things for truth. And I think with this rebirth, you're now starting to maybe step into this idea of giving back. You know, and I think this is about the wisdom of how that happened. Okay? It comes back. It comes back to integrity. It comes back to intention. Okay? It comes back to your manifestation. It comes back to what you want out of your life. We got Pentacles here on the bottom of the deck. And the Seven of Pentacles in reverse right on top. So it's like somebody wants you to plant seeds that are dead to begin with. But however, moving towards independence. You've already been through the work. You've done the work. Yep. Knave of Swords. You've been studying, you've been watching, you've been observing. You see things from a different perspective, collective. And you've been trying to share that perspective. The Five of Swords. It's showing a lot of people misunderstanding you on purpose, trying to get you out of character, thinking that it's all a facade. Knave of Cups. They're being wishy-washy with their energy. They don't know whether or not they want to. It's like a lurking gherkin is what it is. And they're talking shit. All the while, because you're moving forward very methodical, very sturdy, very strong, one step at a time. Seven of Pentacles. Collective, whoever I'm speaking to, you learn from other people. You learn from how other people go through their situations. You're very observant. You learn from the environment around you of how to be, how to show up, how to move. You've had nothing but constant having to adapt to the current status quo. It seems to me that you've gone through an awakening and now you're rising above that. Where you were just kind of like a bystander or maybe I don't know, an extra. It's like you're switching that up to main character vibes. It's like you're moving in confirmation. It's like you're moving into a different timeline. So tonight's message might not be your message. It might not be right. If it does, great. If it doesn't, that's okay. Okay, but you've had to deal with a lot of chaos. And you've had no other choice but to just observe, to try to learn, to at least rise above it. Ace of Wands, Four of Pentacles. They wanted you unstable. They didn't want you having a stable finance or stable, you know, they wanted you back. They wanted you stopped in your tracks. Somebody's studying how you move. Because you found your self-worth again. The World, reversed. They see you moving steadily along, but they are trying to turn your world upside down. But in turn, they're actually turning their own world chaotic instead. The Wheel of Fortune is not in their favor. The Divine has also warned them. Queen of Cups. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy, however, does not necessarily need to be. It very well could just be a very bitter energy. This person is not nurturing. They're watching and they're trying to be very emotionally manipulative. They're projecting a lot of emotions to you to see about you getting to feel a certain way. Like, this is all a bunch of mind games. Nine of Wands. They feel defeated because you're not listening. They feel defeated, burnt out, drained. But this is what they wanted you to feel. The Three of Wands. They wanted you to miss out. Everything to stop. Your whole world to turn upside down. And they're watching to watch it happen. They wanted you bitter. They wanted you literally snapping out because you were missing out on all the goodness. But you didn't miss out on anything, collective. That's the thing. Yeah. You didn't miss out on a fucking thing. Eight of Pentacles and Justice. Okay, say what? I didn't stutter. Who you are is going to bring you justice. At the core of everything that you've been through, the lessons that you've learned, the wisdom that you've obtained over years, that justice. This is you're transmuting it. This is how you're bringing it to a healing, an empowerment. The Strength card, you got the Death Rebirth reversed. Four of Pentacles reversed. Knave of Cups reversed. And Seven of Pentacles. You've had no other choice but to work hard. You've had no choice but to, you know, put away your heart. You've had no other choice but to shut down. Yet have to give back in order to shut down. For most, that's next to impossible. For most, you can't shut down without not giving back. And to go through an awakening and to find your strength again, to find out your confidence, your passion, your purpose, your destiny, to stand in your power, to put your warrior boots on, take the rose-colored glasses off, to see it for what it is. All it was a bunch of emotional manipulation, just so that way you would give to them. And you hard, and then got breadcrumbed. You continued to be inspired. You continued to move forward despite what they said. Finding a very, very strong, solid ground to stand on. And they walk you. And they try to bring everything to an end and turn your world upside down. And they wanted you bitter. They wanted you missing out. All because you're better than them. Because they couldn't match you. They couldn't even shine brighter than you. Because they didn't even try. They were too envious of having to work that hard to do, to get, to be. They wanted the status without the work. These people that want this new beginning to be upside down are in for a rude awakening. What's the Ace of Wands reversed? World. The fact that they tried to ruin your new beginning and turn your world upside down only revealed your strength. It only revealed the fact that you're a warrior. You're starting to realize that now. But in an essence of a spiritual warrior. Because there's a lot of mental capacity, a lot of he said, she said, a lot of drama, a lot of rumors, a lot of shit that it's all based on a bunch of assumptions and lies to basically make everybody question. This is you moving towards the future and stepping into a new timeline, and somebody's trying to manipulate your manifestations. And this Ace of Wands reversed, we're talking about a possibility of you finding a balance within your emotions, within your masculine, in order to be in alignment to a new relationship. We've got the Two of Cups and the Ten of Cups out here. Yet we have the Two of Swords. So I'm really kind of figuring here with the Two of Swords in reverse, doesn't matter what the situation is, you are getting a happy ending. You are getting wish fulfillment. No matter what. And it's going to happen at that divine time that it's meant to. Because you got some people in your energy that all they want to do is ruin it. Somebody that's dealing with a toxic mother. Return to sender, sending them on a bender, spiraling. Yeah. The funny thing is, they're doing dark shit to you. They're sending you evil eye and everything else. And then they're getting karma for it. And then they're return to senders to send whatever their karma is back to whoever sent. Make that make sense. Karma's the one that sent it. So you're battling because you don't want to take accountability for your bullshit? Wild. And then you want to bring other people into the mix. So they're the chaos. So that way they can take some of the brunt. Try to ruin their new beginning. Try to turn the world upside down because you don't have a world like theirs. So because you can't have a world like theirs, nobody else can. You're a real sick individual, whoever you are. And this is to my collective. This is to the dumbass bastard that thinks they're going to get one over on you. The thing is they didn't understand. They thought you were just another Joe Blow schmo off the street thinking that they could just manipulate you. But the divine has other plans. It's already been ruled in, yeah, they're very, very bitter. Karmic grapefruit, bitter as fuck. That you're winning. That you're finding justice. That you're too fucking clever for their bullshit. Welcome in, Brooke. Welcome in, Anne. They're hitting a brick wall coming for you, collective. They thought they were clever. They thought that they know what they were doing. And their own return to sender to you is sending them on a bender because it just makes sure that they're getting, because they've even threw it tenfold. So everything karma was sending them, they were just getting it regular strength, right? And they're basically going to karma saying, no, I don't want just regular strength. I want tenfold. So if you're going to give it to me good. Pretty much in a nutshell. That's what the karmics are saying, the karma. Which, it's commendable. It's ballsy. You know? It's very ballsy. They're trying to make you like an open-minded hippie to be minded. They want to try to ruin everything that you got a perception for. Silver spooner. Toxic mother. Ooh. Karmic Aries. Mrs. Destructo supervillain. Reversed. Interesting. So apparently there's somebody snapping out. She's trying to not take accountability. I'm sensing a female. She's trying to be out of this destructo villain era. But she's extremely karmic. She very well could either be a toxic mother or had to deal with a toxic mother. And a silver spooner, so they like the better quality of life. They would sooner have a silver spoon than a stainless steel one. Drunk as a skunk, masking their feelings with alcohol. So that could be a thing. Welcome in, James. I like what Max has to say. Great dog. Yes, it's been quite a while. I hope everything is good with you. Return to sender, send them on a bender. I think you sent them on a bender there, collective. Sweet deal. Earl, when are you going to step into your power? Karmic chicken. So jealous that they'll shit all over your success, but too much of a coward to go get their own. Interesting. I love that card. Yeah, they're codependent and needy on your energy, is what it is. Divine magnet, divine intervention. You could be dealing with a karmic Leo. High priestess, high priest in the reverse. Thinking that they're top shit in their darkness. Throwing rocks and hiding their hands, of course, to keep their fucking hand clean, like dumbasses. Smiling to your face, laughing behind your back. Yeah, there's no sugarcoating shit, that's for sure. Stop sugarcoating things. They don't want you to stay grounded or choosing your peace. But that's what you're doing. That's all you've been doing, collective. The more you feel, the more you heal, the time you take to transmute the pain inside of you. Make it happen. They're trying to get you to be a paranoid penguin. It's not working. Why? It's time to cut ties. That's why. And they don't like this. Because they're codependent on your energy. They're definitely not open-minded. They're going to try to close you up. This is somebody that's foolish. Absolutely foolish. They think they have the Midas touch. They think they got what it takes, and they fail at faking it till you make it. You got to work with your qualities. If you're faking it till you make of it, you step into your qualities, what you can do. and bridge across those. Focus on what you're good at. Stuff. Shenanigans this way comes. They're gonna try it. I think they've been stopped in their tracks. It was upside down. Yeah. Can't compete where they don't compare. Yeah, you're not letting them in. They're a beautiful, absolute, beautiful nightmare. Want nothing to do with them. Committed to making you look bad. That's why. They're trying to get you to act out a character, collective. You're a divine masculine, divine feminine. Return to sender, sending them on a bender. They don't want you to send any more return to senders anymore. They're tired of it. Probably a Cancer. Because they've been trying to manipulate your manifestations. They've been lurking. The sweet and sour pickle, they know they're not to love you or hate you all at the same time. Very superficial individual. Misunderstanding you on purpose. Just to get a rise out of you. Reactive abuse. Engage. I don't think you are engaging. I think you've blocked them out. The ancestors are standing up for you at this point. They're so pissed off with the way that things are going out. And the fact that your ancestors are kicking their ass, they're bitter as fuck. You're not, yeah. You're not overgiving or people pleaser. Yeah, because everybody's made you out to be a cheater. You're not. Possibly a Capricorn verse. Aquarius. It could be a Capricorn Aquarius cusp. Wrong one to mess with. Yeah. They were going around saying you're full of shit, and then they found out. They fucked around and found out the hard way. Masked and confused. They fake and acting in your face. Pay attention. So be very careful. The people that are coming in, they might be masked or confused. They don't want you flipping tables, dumping fables. They want everything just to stay the way it is. Fuck them. You know? Yeah. Divine protection, reverse magnet. So everything that is being sent to you is being reversed and sent back. So you're being divinely protected, collective. Because of your intention and because of your integrity and stepping into your authenticity, moving forward with that, yeah. You just need to reaffirm and affirm and be in adherence to it. And be in recognition and appreciation of it. And it shall protect you for the rest of your days. But ultimately, collective, you've got a new beginning. You've got a utopia you're walking towards. Everything is going to be revealed to you. You need to stand in your fucking power by now. Allow the manifestations to come in and your past to be the teacher, to be the guider, and learn from your experience rather than just saying, oh yeah, it's just an experience. How can that impact your life going forward? How can that make your life a better situation for yourself and for the people around you? Right? Grow from the experience. Don't just exist. All right? Everything is happening for you. Specifically, if you're stepping into this new timeline of a balance within the Two of Cups, within your emotions, within the ability to move your frequency to a loving and caring and compassionate new beginning with a new relationship, a family, right? Could represent a lot. And this, you're not going to see this coming. And it's all mainly because you've had no choice but to make decisions through your senses. You didn't have all the information. You weren't able to find balance within the communication or understanding. So you're getting blessings beyond blessings with this. It's going to be protected. And it's going to be revealed. This is also going to be empowered because this is going to be one of your manifestations from when you were younger. So stand true. Somebody wants you sacrificed with the hangman, but you put in the work and it's been revealed what type of warrior you are. The Magician, the Six of Cups, the Hangman, the Moon reverse, and the Strength card. Okay? So stay true to your manifestation, stay focused, despite what everybody else thinks. It's not about them. They're not even part of your life. You live your life. You do your thing. Yeah, somebody wants you to open up all these old wounds. Somebody wants to heal something with you and get back into your energy. But do you really want that? Oh, they want the Ten of Cups. With the Two of Cups on the bottom. As if. Somebody wants to collaborate. Oh my God. Somebody wants to collaborate with you. They want to put a ring on it. That's for sure. There's definitely people that want to collab with this too. People are in support of this connection. People are in support of this new beginning. People are in support of this new love that's coming in. People ain't gonna fuck with this. The Four of Wands, the Three of Pentacles, and the Ten of Cups. The fuck? The Four of Wands, this is like stability. This is celebration. Three of Pentacles, there's people collaborating to bring about this beautiful aspect. The Three of Cups, the Ten of Cups, the Three of Pentacles, the Four of Wands. It's a collaboration of sorts to bring about a happy family, to bring about a happy unit, to bring about Knight of Swords first, okay. The Two of Swords right side up, the Six of Wands, the Queen of Wands reversed, and the Magician reversed. Somebody's lying, somebody's very deceptive, somebody's coming in, being very, very pushy. They have some sort of communication. They're coming like they want to balance things out. They want to expose something. Quite possibly about a Queen of Wands and about her manipulation. But there's a lot of deception. Somebody's stuck maybe from coming in. The Five of Cups, somebody's sad. What? The Page of Pentacles. And it put it on the Death card reversed. It's like somebody's off like a breadcrumb. That they're breadcrumbing you. The Ace of Wands reversed. The Star reversed. And the Six of Cups. This is, yeah, this person of the past has no hope in a handbasket. Everything that they've come up against you with is falling apart. Literally. This person of the past, everything they tried to do to rip you apart didn't work. Her manipulations got exposed. The Knight of Cups, the King of Pentacles reversed, and the Judgment card. So there's a King of Pentacles in reverse that doesn't want to face judgment, and that's why they're coming forward with some sort of compassion. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, wanting to come forward. Because they don't want to face judgment. You need to stay true to yourself and be patient. Be steadfast in your perspective. Don't allow people to come in and gaslight you right now. So this could have been somebody that you closed off. Somebody fucked around and found out the hard way, is what it is. Yeah, the Chariot, reversed. The Eight of Swords and the Ten of Wands reversed on its side. So they're trapped and they don't know how to heal something. They want to heal something because they can't move forward. Like somebody's literally got them stuck somehow. Somehow, way, they're stuck. Whatever they conjured up to come at you has got them stuck now. The Wheel of Fortune is in your favor. That's all you need to know. Five of Cups. Because of you having to make these decisions about the lies and the deception, they wanted you in this Five of Cups. They wanted you constantly sad, constantly, unsatisfied emotionally. They wanted you constantly changing up. But you stood on truth. You stood truth. You took away the emotional aspect of it, and you changed the way you perceived it, I think. The Two of Cups, you said, fuck no, because you knew that it wasn't balanced. You knew that it wasn't in alignment with who you are. The Four of Swords, of course, it didn't bring you good, any anxiety, panic. The Nine of Swords in reverse. It brought you to the point of seeing things for what they are. And you're not satisfied with what you were receiving. But you leveled the fuck up to this Empress energy. And now they're shook. The fact that they can't even compete, let alone compare, and they want to come in for what? For what? For what? That's the big question. Here they thinking that they're playing you. Rebirth, right? They see you succeeding. They see you, striving. They see you inspired, and you're moving forward. And they see this, and they're trying to ruin your rebirth. That's divinely guided. And they wonder why their life is going to shit. They wonder why life is going to shit. Meanwhile, they're too focused on trying to bring you down. And they're still wondering why. That's how clueless these people collective. They think they're clever. One day, one breath, one moment at a time, collective. Yeah, you're right, Max. It's not grand acts of goodness that keep evil at bay. It's small acts of love that preserve the holiness. It's one way to look at it. The sacredness. This summer, it is your homework to step into your light and to be the best version of yourself and to share that with the world. That's your homework. Two of Pentacles reversed and Cups reversed. So somebody's totally unbalanced. Somebody's emotional right now. They can't juggle right now. Things aren't juggling. The math ain't mathing. Could be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Things aren't mathing. But that's what they wanted for you. They wanted absolutely everything on to be gone to shit. The audacity that these people have. The audacity. The thing is, collective, you're not out here doing spells on people. You're not out here ruining people's lives, focusing on ruining that. And you're not giving to them emotionally. And that's what the big thing is. You aren't giving them to them emotionally anymore. Before you were. And they like the way that you pour it into them. They miss it. They envy it. And they are obsessed with it. For some of them, you're the only one that shone light in their eyes when they weren't feeling inspired. You're the only one that gave them hope. You gave some of the ability to walk away, but they didn't see you walking away. They didn't see that part. And then all of a sudden they know that they were gone, that you were gone. They were toast because you're gone. Because they can't access your energy anymore. They can't try to manipulate you. They try to create your movement forward very unstable. Welcome in, everybody. If you're new, check out the description box below. It'll tell you how things run here. I am open for readings, so if you feel like you want a reading, I am open to that. Please have a decent connection to do said readings. Please. Please. That helps with the overall deliverance of the message. What's going on with my collective? Let's get a Animal Whispers intuitive again. Somebody else's timeline, somebody else's message. Who do we want to talk about now, Spirit? What do we need to know for our new timeline, new moon? We got miracles on the bottom of the deck, so be in the energy of miracles. Okay. You have to hold on there. You're gonna have to hold on there, girl. Check out the description box. It'd be great. Somebody's bitter as fuck. It's when they show up in your energy. And very not self-sufficient. Okay? Independent in the reverse. So they're very needy. And they're calling in reverse. And they're not getting the message. It's like they're tuning out the message. Somebody's tuning out the message. It's somebody's abundance. Somebody's abundance, they're too out. Always prepared, so this, whoever they are, they're never prepared for anything. And they definitely don't catch the vision. Like, this is smelling like a closed-minded muggle. Like somebody that's totally questioning everything. They're totally, yeah, they're not receiving the miracle because they're tuning it out. They're tuning out the message. They're not looking into the whole fact that they have a higher calling. They don't even give a shit, yet they want to be all needy. But they don't know how to love. They don't know what love is. They don't know even about the vision. And they're clearly, there's no abundance here. So this could be somebody that we're talking about in your energy collect might need to pay attention to. Yeah, it's either they're into dark magic or they got the message that you're somehow into magic, or to say that they didn't get the message that you are magic, but here they're taking it to a dark place. Is a feeling I'm getting off of that. They're misunderstanding you on purpose, and you're just stepping into your authenticity. Yeah, it's going to be bringing you some sort of prosperity, or somebody's getting a prosperity over giving a false message about you being dark. Somebody's gaining prosperity on that, apparently. Clever in reverse, so they're not clever at all. They don't see the vision. They don't see the love. And they're not. They're definitely not self-reliant. They're not relying on their gifts. They're totally tuned out. Totally tuned out. So, collective, if you're dealing with someone like this, and you're tapping in, your probably best idea is to maybe take a leave of absence with that person. Because they're up to no good. Okay? Just get a break. Take a break. Take a week off. And see how your life changes in that week. Just for yourself. Just to take out time for you. Simple stuff. You know? Focus on you for a little bit. I'm gonna get the steampunk deck out. Let's see what the steamy steam is all. Proof is in the pudding. It's good to have your own space, to be able to think of your own thoughts, and to find your own understanding. Because at least it gives you something to put on the table when you get there. And whatever you're standing on, whatever you are standing up for, whatever you are, vibing with, if it don't match the people that you're hanging with, and if it's a downgrade, you might want to change that. For some, you gotta find other people that might be seeing you for who you are, truly. They're willing to open their mind to the possibility. I fucking love you, Max. That was priceless. For everything else, there's MasterCard. All right, Spirit. What's the tea? What's the steamy tea? You're not satisfied with what you got. You got the 4 cups in reverse. You know you deserve better than a bunch of breadcrumbs, right, Collective? What can you really make with breadcrumbs? Like, it'd be different if you were going to bread something. But all they give you is the breadcrumbs. How is that going to work out? What's the scoop? What do we need to know? What do we need to know? The Knight of Wands in reverse. I don't know, the feeling somebody's stalling. The Page of Swords. They're watching. Huh? Somebody's bitter, though, that the wheel is in your favor. Could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, feminine. They're bitter. They're watching. They're seeing you be very strategic, on guard, not necessarily moving, per se. You're guided by angels. Everything is in divine timing. If you open yourself to the possibility of miracles, that what you are to manifest, I've seen it happen with my own eyes, and no, I'm not delusional. If you give it the right energy, if you give it the right frequency, it'll provide. But you have to be in that magic of, you have to be in the miracle of, you have to be in the open possibilities of already having it. Thanks, I actually just got it. I like it too. It's very nice. I might be doing a video for that soon. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, somebody's watching and they're bitter that the wheel is working in your favor. So where it's working in their favor, why can't it work in my favor? Because you're a snobby little bitch, that's why. Should I say that? The 5 of Wands in reverse. Somebody wants to reconcile now. Because they did a whole bunch of shit. They don't know if you know everything. Yeah, they created a whole bunch of chaos. It could have been a Sag. They very well could be, you know, testing the waters. Because they fucked up. They know they fucked up. They know they fucked up. Welcome in, Xander. No kidding, eh? Yeah, chaos. A Sagittarius. I love Hood Witch. She's amazing. this verse. So they're trying to keep the wool over your eyes. They're trying not to have all this bullshit revealed. And here the wheel is working in your face. And you don't have to do a damn thing, collective. It's doing it to themselves. And the moon in reverse, that what is done in the dark is coming to light. Interesting story. They're shook. They are shook just as much as you. And now they got fuck all day. They've got fuck all to do. They're stopped in their tracks. And apparently what Spirit's saying, they stand corrected. Yeah. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. We got the strength card. People are fucking around and they're finding out the hard way. That you've leveled up well beyond comprehension for them to even wrap their head around. It's being revealed. And it's because of the Wheel of Fortune going in your favor. And that's why they're bitter. Because they're trying to make you go back darkness. Just not even be heard of. And all their lies and their deception coming at you behind your back, trying to get you to stop moving forward, is only making you stronger. Because you know exactly what you want. You're going to get to everything that they said you couldn't have. So if there's anything in your way, better get out of your way. Simple stuff. They want to try to bring chaos. They will be that chaos. They will be submersed in that chaos. Want to play with fire until the fire blows back in their face. Welcome in, Smokey. Ace of Swords reversed. Somebody's lying on you. The lies and the deception. They're not wanting you to see your strength, and here you're finding it anyway. Interesting story. You know, you can go to the gym and lift at 300 pounds. It doesn't mean you're strong. You could be still weak as fuck within yourself. Did you know that? There's people that look like a fucking toothpick walking around, and they are spiritual warriors. They have more spiritual strength than a lot of people that walk the planet. It's a good perspective to kind of take into consideration. Six of Pentacles. Things are going to change for you, collective. Big time. Big time. And it's despite the chaos. Yeah. They want you on dead seeds. They want you not producing anything. They don't want you striving. They don't want nothing. They want it all to be for nothing. They don't want you moving forward. But it's happening anyway. Like I said, they're going up against the divine. What's actually meant for you. Yeah, but you tend the swords it. It's either that or they want to try to tennis towards you. Or whatever you're building. The work. They're going to ruin themselves. They're not walking away from this. There's the King of Wands in reverse. It's almost like they want you snapping out. They don't want you walking away, and they want you snapping out from whatever they have planned for you. But unfortunately, they can't walk away from it. It's something that was set up for you, for your demise, and yeah, they're only self-sabotaging themselves. They're sabotaging themselves with the sabotage for you. Because you already walked away. And this is what the whole thing is. They missed out. They missed out. The Four of Pentacles in reverse. They were selfish. And they just wanted you to give. They wanted you to commit to them. But you committed to the divine. You committed to yourself. They literally have no hope to end this for you. The divine is involved with this. And they didn't want you to have any hope, and now they don't have any hope. They can't rest. They can't sleep because you walked away. Emotionally, in every single way possible, you walked away from it. And you awakened. You had a great awakening. And it's all because of the chaos and the instability and the constant having to rely on people because they're siphoning from you. Made you see your own inner light, and now it's guiding you. You had to go through a dark night of the soul for this, and that's not the easiest thing to do. And like I said, you could go to the gym and bench 300 pounds. But until you can bench your mind and your heart, you're weak as fuck. I'm just saying that. The Emperor. You stood in your power. You took your power back. You cut the cords that weren't serving you anymore. You cut out the people that didn't serve your interest or even in your vibe. And yeah, okay, we have people that aren't necessarily going to vibe, but the ones that were actually coming up against you, that were envious, why have them around you? The ones that didn't like the fact that you were succeeding and you were growing. They didn't like the fact that you stood on business, took a leadership position, started sharing your wisdom even. Again, the fortune is in your favor. And this is why, collective, you've been through hell and back. Why wouldn't it be in your favor? Judgment, the Fool, and Eight of Wands. So somebody's misjudging you, and they're not really thinking it through, but apparently they're coming in to manipulate you. It's either that or they're trying to manipulate your manifestations. Misjudge you hardcore. They're wondering how they're going to come forward. But they want to come forward. But they're coming in to manipulate you. And it's all because Wheel of Fortune is in your favor and the fact that you're standing on business. You're already coming out of this tower, collective. And that's the way it's going to be. That's the way it's going to stay, as far as what I'm getting from Spirit. The divine did not stutter. Okay? So this is why when I say and all the karma and all the bullshit and the drama and the chaos is happening, to just focus on you, focus on your blessings, focus on your passions, focus on what you're good at, focus on what you're working on, what you're striving for. There's a soul calling everyone has within themselves. You just got to look for it, you got to listen to it, listen for it, and act on it. This isn't going to harm anyone in the world. And if it does, you're on the you're not on the right track. What you're trying to do, not going to work. It's not going to work. Yeah. Justice on its side. Only time will tell if this is heaven or hell. It's the choices that they make to come up against you that's going to make it or break it. Because you have every right to live your best life, collective. And they're put justice on its side. Nine of Cups, they're not going to get their wish fulfillment. I want that for you, though. That's the whole thing, right? But again, the Wheel of Fortune is in your favor. You are standing in business. They stole a lot from you. They stole the Ace of Pentacles. That's what they don't want you to see. The Page of Swords reversed and the Queen of Cups reversed. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, very much an emotional abuser and a liar. So be very wary if you have these types of people. It doesn't necessarily have to be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, but they're very much emotionally manipulative. Okay? So somebody might be taking on this energy. It's a different sign. Okay? It doesn't have to be, is what I'm saying. I'm not picking on the Pisces, Cancer, Scorpios. There are some out there in their divine energy, which is very healing. When they step into their calling, they're very healing. Very beautiful individuals. But when they step into their karmic energy, you don't even be around them. Because all they are is a bunch of little shits that need to go either to see their mommy or to go stand in the corner. Give me a minute. My coffee has been killing me for the last 15-20 minutes. Literally perf, Rumi. You got it right. Great job. Some of you need to actually know the sense of humor of the divine and of karma, because they've really got it going on out here. I think the reason why I've been saying get your popcorn ready is because the divines got their popcorn. Okay? They're sitting back and want a show at this point. Because they're waiting to see what the karmics are going to do next. Because they're literally putting themselves in a hole. They're literally putting themselves in a place of chaos. They're thinking you doing it. When you're not doing a damn thing, you're just focusing on you. Yet they're totally obsessed with you. Welcome in AOP. Yeah, very well said, Craig. Max, slow down. It's all good. He wasn't saying anything bad. Not that I know of. Not that I seen. The human heart cannot accept. I heard you the first time there, Craig. It makes sense, though. But there's books in the Bible that are very deceptive. And you gotta really watch. Why are you so mad, Xander? Okay, I get why you did it. I get why you said that. But see, this is the whole thing. I'm clearly triggering them, right? And that's why I'm coming in like that. It's a perfect example of the people that lurk, and they're the lurking gherkins. It's a perfect example. Right? It shows you firsthand at when you start to speak your word and you start to speak what's being called to you. There's going to be people there that are not necessarily going to be in. Interesting. Interesting. See, the thing is, it's one thing to be Christ-like, and then it's another thing to be a Christian. People that actually dig deep enough to actually get Jesus' story and to get what he was trying to say, and they get the deeper message, it's life-changing. And I didn't need to know anything in a book. I just had to bring my mind and my heart back to balance. And I had to connect with not only my higher self and to clear out all the pain and the trauma, but I elevated into the highest version of myself. The divine has been a big part of Jesus' story, has been a big part of that. So to have people come on up in here telling me that I'm apparently the devil, when the devil shakes every time I wake up in the morning. I think I'm going to be putting an exorcist on my business card. Because I got some people on my list. So regardless, collective, the wheel is in your favor, okay? So that's the main message here, all right? You need to be focused on your blessings. You need to be focused on what you got coming on top of you, okay? That's first and foremost. Because I'll tell you, things are about to change for you. Things are already changing for you. All right? And people are hurt. People are snapping because things are changing for you. Why? Because you're in alignment. That's why. When you're in alignment, things fall into place. You will guarantee to be experiencing miracles in your life. When you're not in alignment with what you're doing and who you are, there's no time for a vacay when you're glowing the fuck up. Right? When you're stepping into an alignment, there's no time for a vacation for that. It's happening. You're having a glow up and somebody's going on vacation, it's not going to be a very good one. I'll tell you right now. These dumbasses be sleeping on you. And not wanting to show up right, not wanting to do the work. What's the vibe, Spirit? They tried to mess with Archangel's protection of you. Somebody might know that you're tied in with Archangel Michael, and they tried to mess that protect. It's backfiring core. Like I said, they thought they were clever. Don't worry, collective. Balance, peace, and happiness and harmony is on its way. Okay? People thinking that they've got the audacity and the authority to go over Archangel Michael. I wouldn't even go over Archangel Michael. And I wonder where we get our integrity from. We have standards to live up to. That's what happens. It's not about being better than anyone else. It's about having standards. Yeah, somebody's longing. They miss you. Let's talk. Let's have a reunion. Boundaries. Fuck boundaries. Okay? Disrespectful. Enough is enough. Defending yourself. You want nothing to do with this person. And here they want to come in. They're longing to talk and da 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 da. All the while you're trying to find fucking harmony. You created these boundaries for a reason, collect. Don't forget. And I'll tell you right now, if you let this person back in, Archangel Michael is going to be pissed at you, and that's what they want. This is how they're going to try to ruin your protection with Archangel Michael. Because why would you call on him if you weren't really in danger? Archangel Michael's been there for you through thick and thin, and then you go and betray him? No, that's what they want. So don't. They want to get back in your energy. I mean, he was outright protecting you from these people. Max, can you do me a favor? Put your hammer away and get out your paint gun. Thanks. Yeah, Archangel Michael's lurking. These people are not protected. And this is why I think the angels got the popcorn. Like they just picture it. They've got that auto popcorn maker that just keeps making popcorn. They just keep making more popcorn. Because that's how good it's going to get. They're waiting for these people to fall flat on their face, collective. They're seeing how far they're going to take this bullshit. But it's already been ruled in spiritual court that you're good. Whatever they try to do, they won't even get to even try it. It's going to fall apart before it starts. Okay, next. Like, I don't know about you, collective, but I want to just, like, stop watching that series altogether and just start watching a new series. You know, maybe something more wholesome. Maybe something a lot fun and funny. You know? Be a little bit more choosy at who you paintball, Max. That's why they're scared of your light, Ashley. Well, they're dragging it out, Sarah. That's why. They're dragging it out. Why? Because you're the best they ever had. Some of you, not all of you. You're literally the best they ever had. Most nurturing person they've ever had in their life, and that's pretty sad. But the fact that they can't have you, they'd rather ruin your life because they're envious of your ability to nurture and to heal and to empower not only yourself but other people. They don't want you making an impact. But we got to know the awareness of it all so that way we can deal with it, right? We speak English in this chat. Can't understand you, but anyway. Spirit, what's the next focus for my collective? What's the next focus? What do they need to look forward to? Seeing the truth for what it is. Ooh. Yeah. Collective, shit's about to get real good. And the people that fuck with you, they're gonna be shook. They really don't understand you. They can't wrap their head around you, and that's why they envy you. Because all you do is pour into yourself. As your cup overflows, you get to pour out into other people. And they're sad that they betrayed you because now they want to be a part of that and they can't. Because they made choices. And now they have to lay in it. There's a lot of truth coming forward. You're not trapped in you never were. It was an illusion. To keep you stuck, to keep you from being fulfilled. It was an illusion the whole fucking time. You've had no other choice. Be strategic. And again, you're going back for everything they said and have. And it's not like you're going back for everything. You're going to get everything they said you couldn't have. It's in their direction. They can eat dirt for all you care. But we've got the 10 of fucking Pentacles here. So go big or go home. It is what it is. You have the ability to manifest your literal best life. Don't sleep on it. Sleep on this legacy that's about to snap into your life. This is sevenfold blessing. You're getting 7 times. So this is what I'm saying. You're kind of playing on your ability to manifest. You need to think big. I've been doing tarot for 30 years there, Erica. You best check yourself, my dear. I'm here to heal. You just got to keep pouring into collective. Okay? Allow the divine to work with you that way too. Allow the unconditional love of the divine to wash over you. It will literally change your life. I just got out of a shower with no product. How about you shut the fuck up? You want to sit there and judge somebody? Judge yourself. Because so far you stink. And in your attitude. What's going on, Spirit? Dumbass bitches coming up in my thinking that they're gonna own the chat. They're late to a fucking silly hat party without a hat. Like, awkward. I can't say that enough. They just keep coming in and they're just the same. The same ass bullshit. And it's lame ass bullshit. The same lame ass bullshit over and over and over again. Page of Feathers in reverse. Somebody's clearly misunderstanding you on purpose. They're talking shit about you behind your back. Thinking that they're acting all big and shit. Like, oh, what the hell they're talking about. You're balancing things just fine, collective. Two crystals. You're finding balance. And somebody's trying to lie about this Ten of Pentacles. Somebody's saying that you have ill intentions when you don't. You're just your own thing. Well, check out my description box area. If you can calm your tits for 5 minutes, I may be able to read you. All I get with you right now is squirrel. Like, just need to take a breath. Just take a moment for yourself. And just take a fucking breath. Breathe in and breathe out. That was sort of mean, Aiden, We don't like those talk. Well, Shelly, I'm sorry, but you're not going to tell me what I'm going to say and what I'm not going to say in my own chat. Okay? Thank you. And that goes for everybody. You sound like an asshole there, coach. You know, to have one doesn't mean you have to sound like one. I'm not here hating on anybody. If you're in karmic energy, damn fucking right I'm gonna trigger that of you. You know what, Shelly? You can have all the worries in your life, but it's not gonna save. It's not save anything. All it's gonna do is make you sick. And I'm trying to help you heal. Okay? I'm not miserable. I'm just sick and tired of people not living up to their fullest potential. And instead of, they just choose to be an absolute fucking asshat. When they could be so much better with the world. Within their own experience, yet they're just going around creating a whole bunch of negativity where there doesn't need to be any. That's the whole thing. And then you know what? If things actually turned out better for the world, maybe I could get out of this fuck karmic energy and start talking about good things. Maybe that's why I'm irritated. Because I'm sick and tired of talking about like ass bullshit. But at the moment, so much of it that it just keeps coming into the energy. So it's a wild journey there, kitty. Thank you, Jean. All right, Spirit. What's going on? What do we need to know? What do we need to know? What's coming up over the new moon? What should we be focused on? As far as our manifestations, maybe, or is there any clue as to what that is for the people that are stuck and maybe uninspired? Maybe somebody's stuck. I don't know. So if you're stuck, if you can't move forward, it's time for you to rest. And as much as you don't want to rest, as much as you don't want to lay the fuck down and have a snooze, have a break, have a nap, have a fucking Kit Kat, if you're not knowing as to where you're going and how you're getting there, have a rest. Work your own little bubble. Okay? Put your guard up. And just have a rest. Have a snooze. Something's about to be revealed to you and somebody doesn't want you to see it, or you're not going to see it. You're not going to see something coming. Some sort of an illusion, something want you to see this coming. the Ten of Wands, and the Four of Cups reversed on the top, and the Tails. Somebody wants to put an end to something being revealed about a Ten of Pentacles. Somebody didn't want you to see this. Somebody tried to pull over your eyes so that way you wouldn't even receive it. And everything they did, it fell apart. Every seed they planted to come up against you and steal something from you, it fell apart. It depends on what you're celebrating, Erica. If you're celebrating a new love, I would go with a Merlot. If you were celebrating a wedding, I would go with like a white. But if it's a holiday, I would say go with a port. At least a 40-year port. You're celebrating Thursday. Okay. That's all right. Yeah, so you're taking a leap of faith in a new direction and someone trying to get you to question that. Oh, she's all right. She'll figure it out. Somebody doesn't want you to be able to nurture yourself or others, and they don't want you to have any type of stability in this new beginning. It's dumb. It's really fucking dumb. It's kind of like if I can't have it, you can't have it. If I can't be stable, you're not going to be stable. I'm going to ruin absolutely everything. Meanwhile, had they treated you better, you might have helped them out. Right? Thank you, Sheila. I don't even know what you're talking about, B. Anyway. What's the scoop, Spirit? What do we need to know? Is there any other messages for my collective? So there's a new love coming in and a new nation and a new beginning. For some of you. You've alchemized to a place of compassion out of absolute fucking chaos, and you're stepping into a new freedom. The divine says so, and you're ready. Because you love yourself, you're actually ready to love again, love someone else. All right, let's do a little message. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on with Erica? She said she needed a reading, Spirit. Ancestors, Divine light, what is her message? What is the message that will bring her into inspiration, passion, love for life again? What would bring her to a place of stability, mentally, emotionally, psychologically, as well as financially, to bring her peace, the mind? The Ace of Pentacles. Interesting. The Ace of Pentacles. Why are you sleeping on yourself? You're not living up to your fullest potential. You literally have everything you'd ever want right in front of your face, and you don't even know how to reach out and grab it. Reach out and touch me. Ten of Cups. Erica, are you still here? I hope you're here. I hope you're still... Please tell me you're still here. Welcome in, Peggy Day. Happy birthday. A message for Peggy Day. What's going on? Is there a message for Peggy? Give him a shuffle. Lori. We can finish it up here, like. What's going on? Message for Peggy. You're next, okay? New Earth, welcome in. Peggy Day, you're feeling kind of heartbroken right now. You're really not inspired to move forward, unfortunately. You're kind of like, what? Another year over again? You're trying to be happy. You're trying to be in the festivities of a new cycle. But it's really kind of getting to you. It's like time is passing you by. What's going on with Peggy? What does she need to know right now? Yeah, tonight, this would be a good time to rest. The wisdom of it all. Be in the lessons, be in the blessed, be in those little moments that, like, are priceless. Bring yourself back to every moment that's ever happened to you. Be in the miracle. Be in the fact that absolutely everything that you've been through, you've survived. You rose above it. You got to this point. Be in the magic of it. And make a wish. There's some things that are going to be revealed to you. That what is done in the dark comes to light. It could be illusions. People playing in your face. You're finding out the true character of people. Their true emotions towards you. Not necessarily walking away, but you're allowing the emotions to flow. And you're balancing out things just fine. Peggy, I wish you a happy birthday. Please into the magic of the beautiful aspect of who you are and what you've been through. You have a story to tell, and it's about time. Screams Dorothy. Hopefully you got that message there, Peggy. I hope you stuck around. I didn't even see you sneak in there, Dorothy. Yeah, you can be on the list there, Kitty, but have Lori to do first. So I think we ended off with your son, of what you wanted to know about your son. Okay, your son is still well, right? He has not passed away. I don't feel him on the other side. I didn't really get a lot of information about your son. But you're definitely in your head about him. You're feeling rather defeated. You need to be focused on yourself right now. Because you're having hope for something that you need hope within yourself first. You need to pour into yourself. I think he's taken time back to focus on himself. And he's, like, it's almost as if he's keeping you at the picture on purpose. Because he's focusing on attracting that what he wants. He is saying to himself, though, there is some sort of a relationship that he might be in right now. And it very well could be with an empress. So he very well could be, but he's lying to himself. It's either that or somebody's lying. Because this isn't going to work. He's trying to keep it in the dark. He end up pouring into himself. But it's going to take sadness to do it. So he's just taking time out for his life. Just give him the space. Don't be all trapped up in your head and defeated. Okay? Just see it for what it is. He's just living his life. Give him the peace that he needs. He'll come back around. I really feel that he'll come out. I do not give you consent to use any of my content for anything. No, Kitty, it's not. I said you'd be on the list. I have a list. Welcome in, Travis. Natalia, let him sleep. Let him rest. Welcome in, Dave. Sweet dreams, Laurie. Now, Dave, be nice. That's all fun and dandy, but this isn't Tinder. I'm not on here trying to find a date. Don't get all awkward. Alright, what the hell do we need to know about Kitty? What do they need to know? It's all natural, right out of the shower. 5 of crystals. Feeling left out. What's that about? The 10 of crystals reversed. The fuck? Knight of shells. What's going on? Ten of feathers. Ooh. What is going on? Okay. So what this is telling me is the tower is about to hit. You're walking away. 6 of feathers, the 8 of shells, the 10 of feathers, the 10 of crystals reversed, and the 5 of crystals. You're not seeing the magic, Kitty. all you're doing is you're focusing on what you're losing by walking away. That's all you're focusing on. How do you expect to get anywhere with that? Hmm? You're focusing on everything that you're losing and everything that you're leaving behind. Who the fuck cares? You're losing it for a reason. There's reasons why you're losing it. There's reasons why, you know? Is there anything important in storage? Have you been there to the storage? Is there any sentimental to you? Because if it is, then yes. Like, hold on to it. But if it's all shit of the past that you don't want anymore, that you can't get somewhere else, like if it's something of like collectors or whatever, you got something you can't just go buy anywhere, then yeah, hold on to that shit. Because it's got some sort of sentimental connection, right? But anything that's not within your wheelhouse of holding on to, let it go. How about letting go of all the ridicule, all the judgment, all the eggshells? And like a lot of this is signifying the fact that you're thinking you're losing out on stability, on money, on finances. You're thinking that by walking away, you're not going to be, it's going to be a big, huge fucking L. But you need to change that perspective and turn that fucking frown upside down. Know that what you're actually doing, you might be losing in this, gaining so much more. Something that you haven't had for a long time. Not only is it self-worth and self-respect, but you're going after the egg. You're going after your own stability. And you're finally walking away from that when no longer serving you emotionally. You're walking away from the trauma of not feeling good enough. And you're ending this once and for all. You're not coming back from this. You're not supposed to come back to it. Something to leave behind. And this is why you feel left out. Because you think by walking away, it's going to leave you out. And it almost might be something about somebody wanting to leave you out in the cold. Or maybe you leaving somebody else out in the cold. I know that, Alexis. Yes, you know what, Katie? I'm very frustrated. I'm very frustrated with you. And I mean it of the most compassion because I see the potential in you and you're sleeping on it. You're questioning it. You're not allowing yourself to even recognize it. And this is being said right now because I know there's a lot of other people out there that are going through the same thing. You are not the only one. You're not alone in this. I got you in a minute there. Just give me a second. Thank you so much for that donation. The biggest thing that you need to know right now is where you're being guided by the divine, you need to listen the fuck up. Because the divine is trying to show you something. If you're not going to listen to the divine, how do you expect to move forward? You think you're going to do it on your own, or you're just going to sit there and question yourself? Are you going to just sit there and question your whole life as to what the potential is? Going forward with no hope? Staying in this hermit? Is it really going to solve everything? No. Because then it gives you the chance to look at it that basically the divine betrayed you. And it's because you're sleeping on yourself. And it's because you're not taking accountability. I have a feeling your son is. He's stepped in a whole new light. And he's trying to lead by example. I haven't felt anybody so inspired in a while. I know I'm not wrong, Kitty. Because here the divine is trying to show you something. Here the divine is trying to make something happen for you in your life. And all you're doing is trying yourself. And you wonder why I'm fucking frustrated. The tower. I knew there was a tower coming. You're going to explore and discover new beginnings. You're going to have to take action and have to take focus and choose love, but choose trust, but choose yourself. You're going to have to make decisions and move in a new direction. It is what it is. It's going to happen. Wait for it. But you need to make that choice. So get making a plan. I already said that you need to be focusing on an exit plan. But if you're not going to focus on an exit plan and you're just going to sit around and pussyfoot around, what do you expect? If you're just going to sit there and question everything, like, what is it? Emma 3690, welcome in. Thank you so much for the donation. Is the person I like, do they have emotions towards me? If yes, will they confess them? Thank you. Are you still with us, Dima? Alright, awesome. Using words of wisdom, let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Using words of wisdom, let it be. Good tune. What's going on with Dima? Spirit, what's the best message for Dima? I get a feeling that you have to walk away from something first before you can be in alignment for this relationship. It's either that or they need to. You have to be in the frequency of charm and passion and love, unconditional love, that kind of aspect. You can't be saddened by previous relationships. You can't be sitting in a negative frequency and still receive this. I hope that makes sense. We've got the Three of Acorns in the right side up, or in the reverse on the top. We got the Knight of Shells right side up at the bottom. We got the Eight of Shells in the middle. So Eight of Shells talks about, and in the middle I mean within yourself. So what you're dealing with within yourself is the fact that you're having to walk away from something. And the thing is, by walking away from something, you think that you're missing. Now, this could be you, okay? So if it doesn't apply to you, where you might be having to heal from a previous relationship before you can step into the frequency of this new one, that very well could be the situation. Okay? But there's definitely something of renewing your own ability to be compassionate to yourself. You're not necessarily needing somebody in your life. You're wanting them to be in your life in order to accent it in some way. Right? You got the Ten of Crystals on the side. Like, you're believing that a relationship is the epitome of your stability. And it's not the case. You can be in standing in your power, whether or not that be your masculine or feminine, or have them in balance. Okay? It's actually wood. The Eight of Feathers. You're sitting there trapped up in your head. And it seems to be more about money and more about stability and status than actually a relationship. So I don't know exactly what the situation here is, but there's no creation here. You're walking into a dead horse. Like you're walking into a dead house. A house with nothing but drainage. Like it doesn't have any power to it. It doesn't have any stability to it. Four of Acorns in reverse. You're walking into a nightmare. And the divine saying, no, hold on. There's something better for you around the corner. Why do you focus on this nonsense? Why do you always pining on somebody that you really, really want in your life when you could be focusing on being in the vibration of finding something so much better? Because you deserve better. And to some degree, some of you are actually sleeping on yourself and your own potential. Like you're wanting to step in from a priestess or a princess to a queen, right? You're kind of stepping from a princess to a queen kind of archetype, right? And you're actually supposed to be stepping into an empress archetype. But you're sleeping on yourself. Like, you're actually in alignment for an emperor, and you're looking for a king or a knight instead. And you're going to settle on a knight when you could have an emperor? You kidding me? Give your head a shake, my dear. Really take an assessment as to who you're allowing in your energy. Right? Are you going after a prince, a knight, or a king, or an emperor? What are you stepping into? But what potential are you going to meet them at? Because you can't be a princess go after an emperor. It doesn't work that way. Okay? The two is not in alignment. You have to be in that empress energy in order to meet that emperor where they are. And vice versa. If you're going for a knight and you're stepping up into an empress energy, you're not going to have a knight kicking it with you. Right? The sun, You've got nothing but beautiful joy, harmony, and happiness coming to you. And you want to settle for scraps? And I'm not necessarily diminishing the person that you're interested in either. It's just frequency-wise, I don't think you guys are in alignment, and that's why the divine said no. That's why they're not in your life right now, and you're questioning it. You're pining on it. You're trying to figure it out. It's mainly because the divine says no. I've got to get your popcorn ready. You know. So that's the biggest message I get here. But again, you're lying to yourself. And what you're doing is you're walking towards chaos. And somebody that's very unstable, extremely unstable, and it's going to be another transformation, and it's going to basically get you to choose yourself. It's going to be either that or your life. Will depend on it. And I don't want to wish anything negative on you, but it's going to get to the point where it's going to be either your life or existing with a very unstable individual. You have the right to move forward very methodically. You have a right to move forward with something of stability. And something tells me you're actually a very, very smart individual. You need to focus on your independence, is what I'm thinking. Don't be worrying about a relation right now. Focus on what kind of status you can bring to yourself and be in alignment with that, rather than trying to be in alignment with somebody that's going to bring you status just by being with them. Because you're not doing the work to be in that environment. You're not doing the work for yourself to be in that alignment. But all of a sudden you just jump on somebody else's bandwagon. It don't work that way. You're going to fall right off, and you're going to end up hurt. You don't want to do that. You want to stand on your own means. And then at least when you show up to the table, you actually have something to offer, and you're actually empowered. You know, and you're empowered to make an impact. Okay? So step into full potential, Dima, because you're very talented in many different areas. You've definitely got something going on. Okay? It goes for Dima. This is Dima. But a little bit of anything there with that message. A lot of you can take a lot of what I said there for that. All right, Jennifer. Me, 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 me. Pick me. Me. The Ace of Crystals. You took a big L. And it's something you don't want to walk away from. Somebody's trying to get you to snap out. If you're driving right now, you might want to check your car. Either that, or they're trying to get you to stop from moving forward and get you up in your feels, all up in your energy. This could be you trying to do that to me, trying to just play mimes. Spirit talks sometimes, you know. She always reveals. Stand your boundaries, stand your ground. You're leveling up, and you're not walking away, and you're fighting for it. You're being very strategic, resilient. You're not allowing people to disenfranchise you, right? It could be somebody, I don't know. It is what it is. Flip it the way it is. I don't like pick-me's in my chat, and I decided to do a message for you anyway. Let's see, what else? What's going on with Jennifer? What's going on with Jennifer? What do they need to know? Again, why the fuck are you sleeping on yourself? How many times have you sat in hermit mode? For almost a 30% of your life, 40% of your life, you've been in hermit mode, stewing up of all the trauma and all the abuse and all the pain and all the suffering that you've been through. And it brought you a lot of guilt, a lot of pain, a lot of sadness by doing so. The biggest thing that you forgot was putting on your warrior boots. Learning from the experience, instead of it being a trauma that you constantly go back to. Put your warrior boots on, look at it differently. How can it empower you? How can it bring you to a higher elevation and frequency? What are you learning from these experiences? How are you showing up for yourself? How are you not living up to your fullest potential? Yet you're sitting there complaining on how much life sucks. Spinning your wheels in a rut? There's certain items that you need to obtain in order to get yourself out of that rut. What are they for you? Maybe a tow truck? Maybe some stones, maybe some cat litter, if it's on ice. What's holding you back? What's keeping you spinning? And why still spinning? If you know you're spinning, why not just stop? Right? Sometimes you just need to stop and just take a breath. Give the truck a rest. Because it's clearly you're not going anywhere anyway. Right? And I'm also up squirrel with you as well. Like you're constantly moving, kind of like on an autopilot. You're just kind of wondering what to do with yourself. Kind of going with the moment. You're allowing the outer environment that's around you to dictate to you how you're showing up. Should be the other way around. You got it all skewed. Instead of sitting in the victim, yeah, why? And that's why you're always tired. That's why you've got no time for yourself. Right? What are you? What about your peace? Always trying to live up to everybody else's potential, so that way you're always in the good. You're always being looked at for good. But here you are. You're already good. But you're having to constantly live up to some sort of potential in order to keep it. When are you going to be able to sit down and just take a breather? When is it going to be your turn? Yeah, this is fresh with no product. Just basically me running my hands through it. Just trying to tame it down a little bit. That's all. I like it. It's not too bad, but when I brush it, like this is, I haven't even touched a brush to it yet. This is just natural. But Jennifer, the fact that you're trying to be noticed, the fact that you're trying to uh, make an impact, it's like you're forcing it. And you shouldn't have to force it. Thanks, Alex. What do you do with that meditation? Do I wife? I don't want a wife. I'm kind of happy being single, to be honest. And this isn't Tinder. Again. So until you bring that peace within yourself, Jennifer, you're not going to find it outside of you. You can't bring yourself to a peaceful place when you're all chaos inside. It doesn't work that way. The meditation that you try to do, that you fail epically, is because you're focusing on clearing your mind and letting go of everything, and you're missing out on the whole fucking explanation and lesson. Because of the chaos within you, that's why. And that's why you can't get away from the chaos, because it's chaos within you. You have to change your inner frequency in order to have your outer frequency change. It's paramount to your manifestation. You start on-side. You start building a temple from the inside out. You start building a place within you. That's where you find your strength. That's where you stand with your strength. Stand in your sovereignty of your authenticity, of unconditional love, and peace and healing. You start with that. And anything holding you back from stepping into that, you face it. The thing is, with everything within yourself, you've already faced, you've already experienced in this life. So it's not like it's going to surprise you. This could be trauma, this could be bullshit that you've dealt with. Well, stop making excuses for yourself and warrior the fuck up. You're going to allow somebody to beat you for 19 years and get away with it. Not rise above it. That's borderline insane. Okay? Well, yeah, but you're still locked up in your head about it too. He could be locked up for the rest of his life, but you're not healing from it. You're sitting with it. You're allowing it to hold you back. Find the warrior within you to rise above it by facing it. Go get a self-defense class. Go start boxing. Start working out. You got a lot of rage and a lot of anger. And you don't know where to put it. Stop spamming my chat with Trump stuff. Yeah, but regardless, if you just let go of the anger, you're not utilizing it, you're not getting what You get out of it. You need to transmute it. You need to heal it. If you're letting it go, you're missing the fucking point. There's a reason why you were angry. The anger is a reason to show up for yourself. To stand on business. To stand on boundaries. To live up to your own expectations and standards. But if you just let go of the anger, and you don't step into the alchemy of that, turning the darkness to the light, what is it really serving you? You're just a little matchstick, when you could be literally a torch. I'm proud of you. Keep... What the hell's keeping you waiting? Get your fucking shield, get your sword, put your fucking warrior woman boots on, and get at it. What's going on with Jennifer? You gotta walk away from a fucking douchebag is what you gotta do. Emotionally. You haven't done it yet. Jennifer. You're still pining on the past. Of what it could have been. And what it should have been. And you're all pissed off about it. And what you need to do is realize that you deserve better than what you receive. The Queen of Cups, you need to pour into yourself. You're making excuses. I don't give a fuck if you have children to go. Makes no difference. The Knight of Pentacles. Of course you're stuck. Because you still need to pour into yourself. To expose something. For what it is. Quite possibly about a new journey. It could be something to do with cops or whatever. Knight of Wands reversed. Somebody was manipulative. There's something that you're holding back. You're not speaking on it. You're not staying on business. You're allowing people to gaslight you into believing that they're going to change. But yet they're sitting here disempowering you, tempting you with the devil, the darkness. Like, what the fuck, Jen? You're dancing with the fucking devil. So what are you going to do about that? This whole idea of the squirrel really didn't help. I rest my case. Step into this cups. Nurture yourself. Fill your own damn cup. Be there for your kids. Support your kids. Give them what he is not going to really provide. And don't let him gaslight you. Do not submit. Yeah, you married the damn ass, but do not submit. What's going on? Somebody else is coming in. There could be a King of Pentacles in reverse, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. They don't want a relationship with you, but they see that your manifestation is stuck, so they might come in to help you, give you guidance. It's either that or somebody was coming in to help you be stable. It could be a father figure. The Nine of Pentacles in reverse. There's some sort of a reliance energy, and it's about their emotions. Somebody's energetically tied to you, and I think this is why you're having such a hard time walking away from them. Okay? He's coming through. He's telling you to be strong. He's telling you to pour into yourself and love yourself. You need to find your inner light. You don't see this coming, and this is a great awakening for you. Okay? But you need to pour into yourself first in order to activate this. Okay? You're basically going through a dark night of the soul. You are basically to face the darkness, but do not become the darkness. Okay? Face the darkness, do not become the darkness. Do not allow it into your being. Recognize your inner light. Stand on it. Stand with it. Stand in the protection of it. Okay? Because that will guide you through. And listen the fuck up. Do you understand? When the speaks to you in feeling, in understanding that is only understood by you, listen the fuck up. You shouldn't have to question your abilities, yet somebody's going to gaslight you to not believe in it. Step into your power, call your fuck power back, and cut the cords that you need to cut in order to step into your next season. It's not about trying, Jennifer. Stop trying. Because you're doing it all half-ass. You're not doing anything but spinning your wheels. So stop trying. It's either you do or you don't. Stop half-assing it. Stop faking it till you make it. It's not working for you. Step in the qualities that you do have. Step into the qualities that you've forgotten about. Step into the passions and hobbies and different things that you're master class on. If you were to teach a master class, what would it be? Get inspired. And rise. I want to call you a star child, so star child is coming to mind. Star seed. You probably never felt at home anywhere, whether you're hanging out with family or not. You never really felt at home. The person spamming my chat, wanting me to help them, pour into yourself first. Stop being so needy. Stop being so expected of someone to fill a cup. Fill your own cup. And that goes for a lot of people. They need to hear that message. It's not just you. We all have the potential to step into our new season and live our highest timeline. But it's whether or not you think you're worthy of it or not. If you don't think you're worthy of it, it's not happening for you. If you're going to constantly sit there and question your ability and question your sovereignty and question the light that is within you, then you're going to, when you get to the pearly gates or when you get to the spiritual court where you're being judged and when you're being phased out, you're going to sit there in guilt because you slept on yourself. I slept on myself for years. It didn't do me any good. Only until I started to rise into my fullest potential that it's brought me to where I am right now. And I've been called to be here. So you need to find out where you're called to and be there. And it's not about listening to what everybody else wants outside of yourself. It's about listening to your heart and your mind and your soul and bringing that into balance. That's what it means. It's not about what's all out there. It's about what's within you. Start within and work your way out. There's going to be a lot of shit that you have to hash out, Jennifer. I guarantee you go in with a warrior attitude and learning and empowering yourself above it to rise above it. Things are going to change you hardcore. So suit the fuck up. And show up for yourself. "19 years. It was even longer than that, Jen. You don't even see it yet. It wasn't just the relationship that you were in. It's something to do back regarding your family. There's a lot of childhood that you need to heal too. You can either sit there and let it float to the top and just deal with the surface level bullshit as it floats to the top, or you can get your scuba gear on and dive down deep and chop it out at the root. But that's going to bring some major life changes. And if you literally got nothing holding you back, then what are you waiting for? It's not easy when you're hashing out your trauma, when you're empowering yourself, when you're learning and you're rising above it. It's not easy. There's going to be a lot of emotional, sad, and rageful moments. But it's how you alchemize it into something positive that's going to change the way you look at things in the perspective and the perception. It's how you alchemize it. What do you take all that in? What do you put it into? Are you going to be putting it into wreaking havoc and more chaos in your life and spinning in that rut? Or are you going to actually show up for yourself and your kids? And show your kids by example of what life should be actually like. what the potential is, rather than what it's been. You have the potential to change lives, Jennifer. You have the potential to make a huge impact and empower a lot of people because of what you've been through. So step into that. Lean into it. You're going to rise so high that your frequency, you'll never see these people again. You'll never have to worry about these people again. Because they won't be able to match your frequency. Divine protection. Just step into that. Shelley, I'm not impressed. Just saying. More than once in the chat tonight. You want to talk about those are words we don't like? Yeah, those are words I'm not really liking in the chat. And that's fine. That's fine, Shelley. It's all good. But I don't need you to tell people, oh, they're poor and they're ugly. Right? We're not here to hate people. If they want to come in and they want to act like that, they're just showing up that way. Right? That's the difference. I'm not sitting here trying to belittle people. Trying to sit here and empower people. Thank you, Jennifer. Takes one to know one. Keep shining your light so fucking bright they need sunglasses. Unapologetically. Starseeds are supposed to shine. It's part of their job. And don't allow other people to tell you how to do your job. Let it be called from within you. If they don't like it, tell them to get the fuck out of your way. Message for James. What's going on with James? The Eight of Swords reversed. The Queen of Cups. The Page of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Moon. Somebody's casting illusions. Playing in your energy. Watching to see what you'll do. What's going on with James? What does James need to know right now? You know that you need to nurture your heart. You need to speak up. Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Shit's not going as planned. Ten of Swords. There's some sort of healing that wants to happen. But you're needing to nurture your space first. And remove your head from your ass. Spirit, not me. And then things are going to start working in your favor. Spirit's rather very blunt. Ten of Cups on the line. A possible wish fulfillment. You're having to heal before this actually can come in. And you're having a hard time moving forward with the healing. Alchemizing and utilizing the elements in you in order to bring about empowerment, healing, courage, pouring into yourself, again, standing in your power, taking a leader position, leading by example, making the major changes in your life to bring about the change that you need. In order to receive that manifestation of which you wish, you first need to be in the alchemy and the frequency of that. Otherwise, you will forever be grasping at straws that don't exist. They're simply an illusion. Welcome in, Aiden. The only way to make those manifestations real is to alchemize it within yourself. The universe no other choice but to bring it to you. You realize the beauty within yourself. Realize this whole self-sabotaging and being self-defeated is what's turning your life upside down. You need to be true. And you need to know exactly where your passions and where your intentions lie. And you need to move forward with that. If you're not going to move forward with courage and the integrity to do so and step into and commit to that, there's not going to be fuck all for you. You're on the list, Aiden. Hang on. And it's not really about changing your mind or changing your perspective, James. It's more along the line of standing on business and being that radiant beam of magic that you are and nurturing that passion. Nurturing who you are rather than nurturing what you're not and pressuring yourself into. Sometimes you need to pour into yourself and stand on business. But how are you showing up is the big question. Are you showing up with ill intention to try to control everything? Or are you showing up in integrity, being of a possible support? It's about nurturing your intuition, nurturing the magic that is you, not allowing people to gaslight you out of what you want or dictate your future or what you do or where you want to go, for that matter. It's up to you. Aiden. What's going on with Aiden? What does Aiden need to know right now? Oh, you're ending a station. 10 of Swords? What are they ending? Ooh. You're ending a situation due to a broken heart. You're wanting to start something new. You're wanting to go in a new direction. You're being very strategic. Because again, somebody's trying to turn the world upside down. But it's not going to work. Aiden, who's deceiving you? You know what, James? You need to step up into good intention and move forward with that, because the right people are going to be in alignment with that. Right? If you're not in alignment with good intention and they're trying to swindle you, probably not the best to have around. They'll show themselves. They'll show who they are. If the person is of good integrity, they're going to treat you with integrity. It's kind of hard to fake integrity, right? People can try, but they're not in the true essence of that integrity. Can try and fake it till they make it, but if they're just faking it, it's going to show. It's going to make them look like a bunch of fucking assholes. It's going to make them look like a dumbass asshat. Right? What's going on with Aiden? What does Aiden need to know right now? What's Aiden's message? Somebody's betraying you, my friend. And that's really sad. You seem to be a very decent human being. Somebody doesn't want to walk away. Somebody doesn't want you walking away. You're looking towards the future. You're looking to end this betrayal. But somebody wants you trapped up in your head. They don't want you walking away. They're like kneading on your energy, your emotions. Your empathy is sort of kind of out of this world. When you actually pour out to people, you're very empathetic, you're very understanding, you're very compassionate as an individual. And then people try to take advantage of that. And people get addicted to that. And then they wreak havoc and they betray you, thinking that they can abuse you. And when you decide to move forward and go into a new direction, they feel betrayed because you do that. And then it's either there's somebody in, maybe this isn't you, maybe this is somebody else. They're all up in their head because you can't walk away from you, what you bring to the table. Somebody very well could be, maybe he feels betrayed by you. It could be that. What's going on with this? The Page of Swords. I think you need to observe. There's definitely some heartbroken energy here. Page of Wands in reverse. And feeling defeated. Somebody wants you to be heartbroken and defeated and not moving forward, not inspired. And yeah, if they're sabotaging your life, there might have been some sort of understanding somewhere. Which they might that you betrayed them. Maybe you're leaving them behind. There's some sort of communication coming in, though. You need to focus on moving forward very methodically, very intentional, okay? Because they're trying to trip you up. They're trying to get you in your emotions, and you need to not react. You need to be very patient, very steadfast. The bottom of the misunderstanding to heal this betrayal, if there is any, if there's any possibility of speaking to him, maybe try to level with him. But maybe it's about strengthening the alliance that you have. Maybe the alliance was good for a while, and then maybe it just went to shit. Or maybe it wasn't good at all. And maybe there's a talk saying, you know what, we haven't really a good alliance. And I'd love to know your opinion on this. Maybe we can change this. You know? Because, you know, you want peace. You want to be able to have peace. It's either that, if they're compromised, then I would cut him off, leave him in the dust. And let him sabotage himself, because he's going to focus all his energy sabotaging you when you're leveling up, focusing on yourself. It's all on your choice as to what you want to do with you. Denise, why do you still focus on your ex-husband? It's in the past. Otherwise, he wouldn't be an ex. Why do you care? Shouldn't you be focusing on your better version of yourself? Maybe changing and raising the frequency so that way you can outshine them for a change. Instead of focusing on being in that frequency. Don't you deserve better? All right, Renee, thank you so much. Well, you don't necessarily need to drop him per se, but you can create boundaries for yourself, Aiden. Well, to come to the table there, Aiden, and try to compromise and try to find a better understanding. Maybe open up to the possibility. I just don't know whether or not there's a misunderstanding between us or not. But I'd like to have a little conversation, like waving the white flag. I'm not here to fight with you. I don't want to fight with you. But if there's a misunderstanding somewhere, if I've betrayed you, if I've done something that is being this sabotage, this attitude towards me, then by all means, here's the table. Put it out on the fucking table so that way we can talk about it. If it's something that you guys can compromise, then great. If you guys can't compromise, then that's your answer. And it's okay to have a difference of opinion and still tend to get along. But there needs to be a compromise somewhere. If there's no willingness to compromise or communicate or gain a better understanding, then yeah, it's time to cut things out. Why are you holding on to that ridicule? Why are you holding on to that crap? For what? And this doesn't necessarily mean that you have to go and talk. You already know where you've been with it, right? Wherever you feel fit, Aiden, it's up to you. It's your life, your experience, it's your choice. I can't spell it out to you, but there's a lot about showing up for yourself and you know, sticking up for yourself in a sense that you need to empower yourself to step into something good, right? And if there's clearly something going on, maybe you're outshining him. I get it. You're the younger brother, and he's the older brother. You're outshining him, and it's almost as if because you're outshining him, it's like he doesn't like that, so he's trying to dim you down a bit. That's the kind of feel like that's what it feels like. And I'll tell you right now, no. He stole my girlfriend about 2 years ago, and I don't know how to get over it. Holy fuck. Are they still together? Yeah, it's this rivalry competition. I think the moment you level with them and say, look, I'm not trying to compete with you. I'm just trying to live my life. I want you to live your best life, and I'm in support of you living your best life. But I'll tell you right now, I'm not going to compete with you. Yes, Ashley, yourself. You are the deception you are searching for. Because if you're going to sit there and question whether or not you have a deceptive person around there, then they're probably either getting you or deceiving you. You should know who's in your energy. Don't? Then you should figure it out and act accordingly. A lot of us deceive ourselves, or a lot of us lie to ourselves just to keep the peace. Christina, it's about time you take accountability. Welcome in, Gabby. Doing okay, Noah. How are you? Lillian, welcome in from Brazil. It was okay. Today was okay. I got a package and I got new clothes, so that's pretty cool. I got some new shorts. I got a new charger for my tablet and my phone. So it works out. Adam, don't feel you betrayed your ancestors. Because your ancestors consist of many different people from many different walks of life. Many different colors of the rainbow. The only way that you would betray your ancestors is by sleeping on your potential. Putting to vain all of the work, the sweat, the blood, the tears, in order for you to be here. The only way to betray your ancestors is not by not living your best life. So step into what is being called to you in your heart and your soul and your mind, and bring that to balance, and step into your highest timeline and watch the miracles reveal themselves in your life. It only takes the first step. Calvin needs to rip their fucking head out of their ass. Welcome in, Miss T. I don't know, Ashley. Are you talking to me? Where would you put your number? In my DMs? You best not put it in the chat here. Well, sometimes I have to do what I have to do. But I mean well by it. Welcome in, Mint. I only need 10 more subscribers, and that'll bring me to 11,100 subscribers. Do that. It's funny, it shows here it is creation, members live. It was done 55 years ago. Isn't that funny? I'm doing okay there, Mint. Check this out. Latest creation. 55 years ago. YouTube, make that make sense. I guess we went back in time, Marine, with last night's little fucking farm simulator fest that we had. Yeah, I don't look too bad for 52. I look pretty good, I think. Prefer pizza or hamburger? What about a hamburger pizza? I very well could, Mint. I'm tapped in right now, so... It depends on where the hamburger and the pizza's coming. But I'm not about to drop some brand names or whatever in my live. Does your favorite color have anything to do with future? No, it has everything to do with your energy. The color that you gravitate towards most as a favorite usually talks about your potential. You're very much in your emotions. I would say that you're an F. You're kind of giving me Earth Angel vibes. Yeah. You're a healer. I know that much. Welcome in, Kimberly. It's time to start to really look into our fullest potential and what is being called from within us. It's about friendship with you, Julie. You like your friendships. You hold them very close to heart. You're a very individual, very social. People tend to take advantage of that, though. So you need to stand on business. Gain better standards, maybe in your standards. Ashley, you're funny. You're all about, and it's not necessarily a bad thing. You're more like sticking into your stability, your growth, your prosperity, right? Your commitment and investment. Sweet dreams, Max. Sarah, you're all about intuition. You're all about high knowledge, wisdom, gaining the wisdom, gaining the message. That's not my job here, George. If you don't believe in God, your choice. So, put your hearts in the chat if you want a message. If you got a super chat for me, you want to throw me one with a question, you're more than welcome to. While I'm here, you're onto something, Ashley, but you needed to stand in a leader position with that. Then I wouldn't go, Aiden. Save your money. Go find out when the busiest night is and go after, like if it's busy on the weekend, go on a Monday or Tuesday. Go around and observe. And observe before you start playing. Just walk around, have a drink, walk around, instead of just jumping on and playing. Julie, who cares? Focus on you. You just had brain surgery. Focus on empowering yourself. And I were married 25 years, and this may sound not so compassionate, but focus on you. If they didn't want to stick around, then they weren't sticking around. They were sticking around because you were the star. Right? And they tried to fill a void they couldn't fill. Right? And if they're going to do that to you, they don't deserve to be in your energy. So who gives a fuck if they are with them? Who cares? Move on. Rise above it. You deserve better. How about you start with yourself, Ashley? The friend you've been looking for. Show up for yourself. That's when things are going to change. Like, a lot of us are wondering what the fuck to do in our solitude. That's what you do. You show up for you. Sit there in the ridicule and the guilt and the sadness of what you lost out on, or what didn't want to be in your life anymore. Focus on you. We gotta stop focusing on the ass hat and start focusing on healing the pain that's holding us back. It's not. The dark and scary because you've already dealt with it already. It's just rearing its ugly head again. That's all. It's rearing its ugly head. But you've already dealt with it already. So what the fuck are you actually scared of? You've survived it. You've overcome it. Well, what the fuck are you so scared about then? Ooh, it's so scary. Empower yourself to rise above it. Learn from it. Grow from it. Empower yourself. Set new standards in which the way you live your life, so that way this bullshit doesn't come back rearing its ugly head. You raise your frequency up and out of it, so that way your forward movement, you're moving forward in your movement, and you're above it into a higher frequency, so that way it doesn't touch you. That's up to you. It's how you show up. Again, stop sleeping on your potential. Rise above it, Kimberly. Listen to the message tonight. Rise above it. I see that, Oscar. Are we all talking about a ceasefire for real? Well, I hope it's a good meeting there, Renee. Stay strong. Get to the point. Well, there best be a ceasefire. This should be a worldwide ceasefire. It's 2025. I don't need to go to Tel Aviv to be a star. Stop gaslighting yourself, Ashley. It's not. It's very devastating. It's not profitable at all. It's a disgrace. It's a disgrace to the world. Alright, put your hearts in the chat. Intuitive messages. I'm out of here by 1:30. Smoking with Bree. You're not walking away from the rumors and gossip. And you need to stand in your power, nurture your true intentions. Luck is not on your side if you continue on a karmic cycle. To be a little bit more assertive. Stop trying to run and face it. It's not in the running, it's in the happening. Ashley, you need to get inspired and optimistic of your success. Otherwise, you're not going to get anywhere. You're going to sit in a pile of shit, and it's not going to be fruitful for you. You need to let go of the betrayal. You're actually betraying yourself. So why not let other people betray you and make you miss out on everything that was meant for you? Once you start showing up for yourself, things are going to change. Michael, you need to step into your authority and have discipline. You're in a bit of a sad moment right now, but you're restructuring the way you love. Somebody's casting illusions to distract you. But things are going to start happening for you quickly. There's going to be a celebration in order for you. But you're having a hard time letting go. We're going to hold off what's actually meant for you. Maureen, somebody's trying to either gaslight you, have you in your emotions, in your worry, and they're trying to continue these old cycles. Be very weary as to who's coming back into your energy. You need to hold your cards close to your chest and pour into your heart. Otherwise, you will remain stuck. Good things are happening, collective. We just got to get focused and get moving. And if you can't get moving, then you need to be inspired and focus on where you want to go. And look to where you want to go. And go. It's not necessarily all about taking action. It's about knowing where that action is going to take you. Because if you don't know where that action is going to take you, then maybe don't take an action. Rest. Get inspired. And move in the direction that's being called to you. Stop being so distracted. Yeah. Where your focus is, your energy goes. So whatever your focus is, whatever you're focusing on, wherever your energy resides within yourself, is what you're going to attract. And if you're constantly riddled by pain and sadness and ridicule and judgment and all this other shit from other people, not meeting up to their expectations, then you need to start meeting up your own. Because if you can't meet your own expectations, and what makes you think you're going to meet up with anybody else's? The reason why you overthink so much, Ashley, is because you're always constantly allowing other people to be the main character in your story. You're submitting to the fact you just want to be an extra. Not living up to your fullest potential of being a main character. Not thinking that you have the potential. Have you looked in the mirror lately? Have you recognized and celebrated all the wins that you've had in your life? All the success and all the challenges you did overcome? Because I don't think you have. And you downplay the celebration of it all. One of your biggest excuses is not having the time to celebrate. And it's because you're not making the time. And this doesn't make it, like, it doesn't mean that you go and get sloshed out of your tree. It just means that you celebrate and you be in the awe of that blessing. Where is your simple light gold necklace? It's somewhere dark, so it could very well be in a pocket. I don't think it's in a jewelry box, but I'm getting a feeling it could be either in a pocket or in between a seat or a cushion. I'm getting a car seat. Red cushions. I don't know if that means anything to you. Something red. Could be a red sweater, there's something red. Also could be a red carry bag. But something tells me it wasn't, it was more misplaced than stolen. It's not stolen. Okay, yeah. It might be in the red coat. I know there was red cloth, and it's kind of got a bit of a stripe look to it. That's why I maybe come out with cushions, because I'm picturing the old Chevy Chevette, the old red cushions of a Chevy Chevette, almost like the red, like the red stripes, but it's upholstery rather than the leather. But that's just what I'm picturing ahead. Yeah. But it's kind of got like horizontal stripes, like horizontal stripes down, like a bunch. I don't know. That's what I'm getting. Alright, we've hit 1:32, so I'm gonna be heading out of here, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me tonight for the collective message. Continue empowering yourself, collective, pouring into your own heart. Okay? That's the homework for the evening. Allow the divine light to shine and allow it to wash over you. For the ones that got goosebumps just now, I'm talking to you. Stop overthinking it. Alexis, Texas Tarot, how are you? Be good to yourself if you can't be good at it, so that way you can be good to others. And I'll catch you next one.